loud. Kimmi. Whoo, Jesus. Okay, so like I've said before, Kimmi and Maurice used to be my favorite couple on Love and Marriage Huntsville, right? Up until Melody became my favorite cast member when she realized who and what she was, and she got rid of that piece of she called her ex-husband honey. Then I started to see Kimmi in a different light. I used to think that Kimmi was so laid back. She was relaxed. This woman spoke her mind. She was a woman of all women, right? Because she just was her own person, individual. She had a career. She knew where she was headed in life. She knew what she wanted in life. She was a good mother, a great nurse, as they said. And then when the cast started to flip on Melody and Kimmi stood her ground, she stood in a place of, well, I like Mel. And if me and Tisha weren't family, we wouldn't be friends. And then that next season, we kept seeing Maurice throw Tisha on Kimmi, and Kimmi kind of bow down and give in to her husband. And then she was more of Tisha's her bestie. And, Mel can be fake, this, that, and the third. Oh, not fake. She said stuck up. Well, she had been calling Mel stuck up or sedity or something. I don't know. But when I saw Kimmi fold to Maurice and changed her whole thought process on where Tisha stood in her life, I was like, wait a minute. No, this ain't what I thought it was. She ain't who I thought she was. So I began to look at Kimmi very, very differently. Now, this situation with the her sickness and her having to give Maurice the sex when he wanted, and him saying what he said, and then she coming back doubling down on what she said. Baby, Kimmi's fake. Kimmi's manipulative. Kimmi is a liar. And Kimmi can't be trusted. I don't care what nobody say. Y'all can get in them comments, say what you want, feel how you feel. It does not matter. Kimmi said herself and said on multiple times, on multiple occasions, that sex pretty much was an issue for them. Like, she's a sexual person, but Maurice is like, I guess, a super sexual person. And, she have to, these weren't her words verbatim, but this is how I summarized it. She has to give in to him sometimes. And now that she's going through what she's going through, it's not pleasing to her. And she even told him that she fake it. Okay, we have that. And then we have Maurice with Carlos King saying that, sometimes she just roll over and take it. She rolls over and take it. Now, normally, I would be like, okay, well, sometimes women don't be, we don't be in the mood. Sometimes, just, hey, do what you got to do. Let me go to sleep. But we're not going through what Kimmi is going through. So that makes it even worse. The fact that, she's going to give it to him regardless of how she feels. Like, she's going through a sickness, was going through a sickness, a health scare, a life scare. And this woman probably wasn't feeling her best. Well, no, probably. She said it. She wasn't feeling her best. She wasn't feeling sexy or attractive. And then here you come with your little pee and you want me to just roll over and take it. So when he started getting heat and backlash for what he said, now they're sitting up doing their Mike Tyson and what that woman name was. Whatever that woman name, I don't forgot that actress lady who he was married to, and they sitting up talking about, he's an awful person. He just needs counseling. That's what she said. Robin Givens. But instead, Kimmi sitting here, no, he doesn't force me. I don't feel like he's going to divorce me. I initiated sometime. Girl, no, you don't. Stop lying. Stop lying. You do not initiate sex with this man. You do not want to have sex with this man. You do not feel your best. You do not feel sexy. And while you're hurting and taking it, he's getting pleasure out of your pain. So when she sat up there and she defended him, and he still sat up there when it was his time to speak, he didn't feel any type of way about the backlash, about what he said, because he meant it. So when she continued to say, well, when she said his choice of words wasn't protecting, he didn't protect me. Girl, hey, that's what you've been saying the whole time you've been on TV. He never protects you when it comes to Kiowa, when it comes to Monster, when it comes to the fans. He just doesn't protect you. This ain't nothing new. He didn't protect you then, he ain't gonna protect you now. Because when he sat up with Funky Dineva and Claudia Jordan and Al Reynolds, he said he in the ending of the clip that I saw, he blamed you. He blamed you for this entire situation. Had you not told that man on national TV that you fake it, then okay, he wouldn't have said what he said to Carlos King. That's what he said. That's what I heard. And that's verbatim. That ain't me summarizing it into my own thoughts. So when Kimmi sit there and she just go along with everything, I'm wondering, because Kimmi can't be this slow. She can't be this slow. So it's either she just does whatever she has to do to keep her man, or this whole situation is just fake. And this is another way for them to get the attention off of Martell and Ariane with this scandal that they tried to pull with this tape. Either way it go, the attention is not getting off of Martell and Ariane. Y'all gonna have to address this as a cast. Y'all gonna have to address this situation, because anything that you can throw onto Melody to make her the bad person, that gets addressed immediately. She takes the blame and the fall for it immediately. So no, this is not going to take the attention away from what they've done. Only thing it's going to do is continue to make y'all look worse. So it's either Kimmi just settles for whatever she has to keep this man, or Kimmi is just going along with this whole situation that could be possibly be a lie, and she's trying to help them get the focus off of Martell, Ariane, in this tape. Either way it goes, Kimmi can't be trusted. I don't care. You can't use a situation that many people have lost their lives over what she was going through. I've lost 2 uncles, and I have an aunt that's going through it right now. It's nothing to play with. It's very touching to some people because they've dealt with it within their own family. So yes, when we hear that, oh my God, she's going through this, and he's doing what to her? Oh, poor Kimmi. Poor Kimmi. That's what they wanted. But instead, people are now dissecting the situation, and we're trying to figure out if this is even real. And if this situation ain't real, Kimmi is, girl, you disgusting. Flat out. If this is a whole lie for y'all to try to divert the attention from what was, because this has been filmed. Just like this mess with Stormy and Tisha and Mars told them over $100. You mean to tell me millionaires are beefing over $100? No, this been filmed. Y'all been kicking it after that. But that's on my next video, because I'm finna get down into them as well. Back to Kimmi. If this is a lie, and this is just something that they're using to try to get people to take attention away from what's going on with Martell and Ariane, so they won't have to address that. Because why all of a sudden, like, this tape issue has been out for a couple of weeks now, I think. Kimmi and Maurice ain't said nothing about that. They haven't offered, Melody no kind of sympathy. They haven't reached out and said nothing about it, like, not just indirectly. Okay, well, I wouldn't agree with something like this. I wouldn't condone nothing like this. But the minute this mess come out about Maurice making her roll over and take it, when she's been speaking of sex with them for the longest, she's been speaking of how he don't protect her for the longest. This is the most attention these people have gotten, and the blogs don't even know these folks' name. Don't even address them by their name. I haven't seen a blog post about this and say Maurice from Love and Marriage Huntsville. They say a man. Man forces it. Headline, man forces his wife to have sex while she's going through CANCER. What? Can't even acknowledge and address this man by his name. That's just how little of an effect over these 5 years you guys have had on the fans. But now all of a sudden you want to be headliners, using and abusing your health situation. Cause when it was brought up initially, nobody wanted to, publicly discuss it, which you shouldn't have. Like, this is personal, it's private. I didn't even think Kimmi should have been filming during that time. That's when she had my sympathy. She needed rest. She needed time to take to herself to get herself together. But now all of a sudden, when the blogs are tearing Maurice up, y'all front and center. Proud. Oh, I wasn't afraid he was going to leave me. No, baby, you was afraid he was going to cheat on you. This is a man that have orgies, right? Come on. You couldn't say anything to defend Melody. Or not even to defend Melody, just anything on the situation. But now all of a sudden, you out front and center with your husband. Girl, y'all better make this make sense. Yeah, y'all better come out and explain this. Because something in the milk ain't clean. Sitting up there with Kiowa. That woman, listen, when I tell y'all, it's either Kiowa is just completely over the situation with Kimmi and Maurice, or she's real good at just being shady, because Kiowa, that lady did not want to sit there and have that conversation. And I don't care if she did apologize. I don't care if she did say, hey, I never said you was a side chick, because she did. And that's how she felt. And that's probably what you was. But that woman do not care to clear your name. That woman is happy that these people are looking at you like you came and interfered with their marriage, because you did. And Kimmi, baby girl, you better put them boots on and lace them up real tight and get to running. Because you're going to have a lot of stories to spin. You're going to have to make a lot more appearances than just that one to clean up this mess that Maurice has made. Because it only made the both of you look worse. Oh, these people are fools. Oh, it's a shame and a scandal. It's a shame and a scandal. But we're going to keep our eyes and ears open, because they're not done with this mess. They're going to do everything they can to try to keep the focus off of Martell, Ariel, and this tape. But baby, we not letting up. Now you got a lot more explaining to do, baby. Because it ain't sitting well with me. This whole thing just seems so fake. And why would you use and abuse your health? Like, why would you use and abuse that situation to try to protect Martell? Because that's what you're doing. It ain't no bigger situation in your house whether Maurice wants sex and you don't. But he's still getting it because you're getting it to him. And then you're sitting up here defending him. So what's the use of being outraged and mad for Kimmi and upset for Kimmi when Kimmi don't care? Y'all better open y'all eyes and stop being so blinded and easily distracted. Not me. I question everything and everybody too much to let this divert my attention from where it should be. But we're going to keep looking, and we're going to keep listening, and we're going to keep talking.